What are some of the misconceptions you think people have about musicians?
That they're all crazy drug addicts, and I'm just crazy. I don't do drugs, so I don't need drugs to go crazy. No, they have an intelligence that they might have something to actually say. I would disagree with that. Most of these guys are a bunch of dopes, stupid, heroin addicts, homosexuals, if you will. Uneducated white trash morons that now have people doing their work for them.
Dad, all you do, you don't have a job, all you do is just drink beer and do drugs and go around having, you know, sex with rock sluts. None of that's true. None of it's true.
One of them would be, a lot of people think that drummers have really small penises, but in actuality, Jose is super small. He's got a bigger wiener than anybody in the band.
I don't know, Chris is pretty hung.
Oh, well, we forgot about Chris. He's sort of, he's on a different level. I think a lot of people think that musicians are drug addicts, womanizers,
and
stupid stuff of the latter, you know. Also, one of the other misconceptions about being in a band is people think the minute you get signed, you make $1 million in commission payments. Usually it takes a few years before you can even start thinking about it.
If you're the luckiest person in the world.
If you're the luckiest person alive. We've been a band for 7 years and we're still broke. But we're having fun though, so broke, fun, it's okay.
No, I mean, you can't give a fuck what anybody thinks about you to begin with, you know. I don't know how it happened or why it happened, why we got bigger, you know, but the one thing that the biggest lesson in this whole thing is do what you want to do, stay true to yourself. As long as you do that, no one can touch you. No matter what they say bad, call you this, they call you that, or if they say great things about you, you can't, either way, you can't let that affect you. You got to keep your humility glass filled. And you always got to remember to stay humble and stay grounded, because where you come from is right around the corner from where you're at.
When you're doing this, you got to be doing it for the right reasons, because if you do it for the wrong reasons, you're going to quit and hate what you're doing.
If you're doing it for money, you ain't gonna get nowhere. If you're doing it for chicks, you ain't gonna get nowhere. If you're doing it for drugs, you ain't gonna get nowhere. You gotta be strictly doing it for the 45 minutes you got up on stage. That's right. That's the only thing you got, man. And you
that's the only time you have fun.
That's the only time you have fun.
Playing for 45
Don't
minutes.
get me wrong. You like to have fun with the girls, and you like to have fun with the booze, and you like to have fun with the fucking party and everything. But if you make that your priority, and you make trying to make money your priority out here, it'll never fucking happen, man. You gotta make music for yourself, and for the people, and for fucking just...
What's great about music, it's very spiritual, you know, and humans are spiritual people, you know, and that's something that people just forget about and are always caught up in, just, you know, the material things of this world, and that does not hold any weight, you know, that just does not exist anywhere, really. I mean, we kind of created it for whatever reason.
A lot of leashes, a lot of fucking biters, a lot of backstabbers on this. You never know who you can trust in this fucking business. Smile to your face, all the while they want to take your place. The backstabbers.
Yo, man, I wrote this song.
Now, you see, I don't want to come across as cynical and oppressed or anything like that, but I truly feel, in my heart, that the industry is stacked against the artists. I don't even think that's an opinion question anymore. I think that that's just clear and evident just by the day-to-day well, nonsense that we have to put up with.
Major labels, man, they change people like they change underwear, you know what I mean?
You lose a bit of the control over how you market yourself, but you have at your fingertips access to people who are so used to working with music and musicians that in some ways you trade that off.
Industry as a whole.
It's no different than it was.
It's no different
20 years ago.
It's no different than any other business in the whole world.
It's business.
Politics, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like this weird paradox. You know, there's the musicians, who most of which are in it because they love to create and they love to express themselves, and they're artists. But the artists need to work in cahoots with the business people who are the exact opposite, who are only concerned with making the buck and marketing plans and doing really evil things with you and selling you. So it's almost like you need to find this middle ground between. So it kind of sucks, but that's the way it's always been. Sorry.
You know, it's a dollar thing for them. It's definitely corporate, so it's really tough, you know, to deal with that aspect of it, making music. You know,
The record industries are, you know, for us are a financial institution, and they're there for that purpose. And if they're not making money, then they're going down. So they're just like any business, and you have to realize that all rotates around money, and are you making it or are you not making money? And like, you know, I don't look at the record businesses as anything that it's not. You know, it's no friend in any way. It's only there to put money behind your music. I mean, money can make anything sell. Turn on the radio and there's proof abundant. So I don't really, you know, I'm not dissing record companies, but I'm certainly not praising them. You know, they're just doing their job. You know, they're like cops, kind of.